Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Corbino. Today we are doing a review of What If Season 1 on Disney+. And bro, did this show not disappoint. I mean, there was a few weak links, but man, was this show like really well. And you don't really see it until like the episode 5 or episode 8 or 9. But you will definitely enjoy the show if you like some of the Avengers, and if you definitely like wacky, out of place, like stories flipped on their side kind of stuff. So let me break down exactly what happens, then let me give you a review and an explanation of what is going to happen in the future. I would love it if you would like the video, subscribe, turn on notifications if you haven't already, and well, I'll do the rest, so stick with me. First off on the list here, we have what if Captain Carter was replaced with Steve Rogers. And for this episode, I'm not really a big fan of Captain America and the First Avenger. Sorry if you're really like that movie, but I was not really a fan of it. So, I mean, I still like the character, but I wasn't really a fan of the episode. But they were really stressing the feminism type of acts back in the World War II times. So it was basically the entire movie of First Avenger, but it was a female, Peggy Carter, but that was pretty much it of it. But at the end of that, they had some Shumagorath looking Doctor Strange monster, and that's what pulled her into a portal, but she came back out. And as you see in episode 9, she's present day, like Captain America and the Winter Soldier, like the movie where the first beginning where they had the Batroc the Leaper fight. That's what happens in episode 9 in the beginning when we first see Captain Carter when the Watcher is recruiting people, but that is it. Let me give you the review for that episode. I think that episode will get a 3.5 out of 5 stars for me, only because I didn't really like the concept, and it was just an alright episode. It was one of the weaker ones, but we will definitely have some better ones that are coming for you. Episode 2, if I am not mistaken, that was... Let me pull it up for a second. That episode was the Starlord Chadwick Boseman Black Panther episode. That episode was way better than the first one, in my opinion. They had Thanos as a good guy in this one, as part of the Ravagers. He was picked up instead of Peter Quill in this episode, and this one was kind of a little different, where the Collector was like really buff, and they had to go steal like an artifact from the Collector, but it's pretty much the same team of baddies, but that's basically all you're getting from the episode. And at the end of it, I'm pretty sure it just had a happy ending, nothing really set up. But I'm going to give that episode a 4 stars because I really liked Chadwick Boseman as Starlord in this one. And I mean, it was kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy, but it was a little bit different from the situation of episode 1. So if you really like Guardians of the Galaxy and Black Panther, I'm pretty sure you're gonna like this one. But with What If, I mean, it's kind of like if your preference with like what movie this was, you're really gonna like it. But if you don't like the movie that it was based off of, you're not gonna like it, unless it's just different. But well, that's all you on that one. So for episode 3, let me think. Oh yes, it was What If Somebody Killed the World's Mightiest Heroes, and that one was kind of like a murder mystery kind of episode, and I really loved that one. That was the first episode that I loved, definitely, and it had Loki in it, because, spoiler alert, Hank Pym killed all the Avengers on the Avengers Initiative catalog because his daughter, Hope Van Dyne, apparently, he thought that she had died from something that the Avengers did, but that was a really well set up episode. I really enjoy how it went over and showed you how the Avengers died, but bro, was that a banging episode. And at the end of that episode, they had got Captain Marvel and Captain America, and you see them in another dimension in episode 9, but we'll get to that later. In episode 4, I believe, we had Doctor Strange Supreme episode, and that one was a really different one because instead of him losing his hands, he lost his wife or girlfriend or whatever due to a car crash, and he used the time stone so many times to try to get her back, but every single attempt that he made, he failed. But we see that he starts to turn to the dark side, kind of like Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker did, and he starts sucking up like souls from different sorcerers because he goes to like some book library place, Enchantic. But little do we know that he has like a really good aging power because of all the things that he's absorbed in the time stone. But later in that episode, we first see the Watcher show up for the first time interacting with anybody, because the Watcher is just watching basically, but now he has to interact with Doctor Strange because of the because he had destroyed like an entire universe to regenerate his girlfriend, but she didn't last for long in the episode. And let me see. I didn't rate the last episode either. I'm gonna give the episode 3 4 out of 5 stars, and I'm going to give this episode 4.5 out of 5 stars. And the next episode was the zombies episode. I personally enjoyed this one. My family really didn't, but I just like zombies and like the Walking Dead kind of stuff, so this one really appealed to me. And it was with Spider-Man. That was the only episode Spider-Man was in. It was kind of like a zombie apocalypse episode, but with the Avengers. It happens during the time period of Infinity War. That's why we see a zombie Thanos at the end of the episode. Obviously not set up for anything else, maybe season 2. But I'm going to give the episode a 4.5 out of 5, just like the previous episode. Episode 6 consisted of Killmonger saving Tony Stark from the bomb in Iron Man 1. And we kind of see a little bit of twisty-turnies where Killmonger is trying to overtake Wakanda and overtake Tony Stark's resources to do that. And we also see him set up later in episode 9 where he gets recruited for the Watcher's little Multiverse Guardians team. And I'm going to give this episode a 4 out of 5 stars. For episode 7, which was Party Thor, this one was basically, I mean, you could obviously see how it turned, but it was not really a really good turn because it was just, But we get the first look at Infinity Ultron at the very end of this episode. And oh my gosh, why am I talking about the episode itself? Okay, so basically it was talking about if Thor was an only child, and I mean, there was a lot different, but it really wasn't a lot different. It was just a giant party in the entire episode. Thor and Captain Marvel duke it out, and S.H.I.E.L.D. gets involved, and things don't get so pretty. And well, I'm going to give this one a 3.5 out of 5 stars. And for episode 8, where stuff really starts to get good, it's basically the version of Age of Ultron, where you remember the part where they try to steal Vision and reenact Vision to stop Ultron's army? Well, Ultron officially wins in this one, and he takes over the entire world. Bro, like, it's in the entire world. It's like in a zombie apocalypse, but it's Ultron apocalypse, my dude. Thanos comes through a portal. Ultron doesn't even take a moment to react. He just lasers the dude in half, like Gordon Ramsay style, like where's the lamb sauce type stuff. And then he just gets the Infinity Stones right then and there. And bro, does he look insane. So he just starts going through the universes, like destroying and all this other stuff. That entire universe is destroyed, and he finds his purpose. He finds the Watcher, my guy, and them, and oh my gosh, one of the best fights in the entire episode, among the entire season, of course. But we do get to see the setup of episode 9, which is obviously the best episode. I'm going to be giving episode 8 a 5 out of 5 stars, of course. And for episode 9, we are going to be seeing the Watcher recruiting a bunch of people to stop this Infinity Ultron because he has broken his oath of not interfering. And now we get to see Killmonger, Black Panther, Starlord, Captain Carter, Party Thor, Doctor Strange Supreme, and the Gamora episode, and Gamora, that we never get to see in an episode, probably because it was canceled. But I'm pretty sure that was it for the team. But that's what we get, and we get a huge giant battle with Ultron and those people. They go into a universe where Ultron had killed the entire planet. We get to see that post-apocalyptic Black Widow. She has an arrow with Arnim Zola in it that's supposed to stop the virus. Shoots it up in his eye, and Arnim Zola kills Ultron, but then Killmonger reveals his big old plan, takes up the Ultron armor, and he didn't last long because Zola and Doctor Strange make easy work of him, and he's gone. So yeah, I'm gonna give that episode a 6 out of 5 stars because that was a primo episode. But we do get a good ending, and we see the Watcher saying that he is now the protector of the multiverse instead of just not interfering. And for the end credit scene of that episode, we see that what's his face, Steve Rogers from Captain Carter's universe, is stuck in a Hydra Stomper, and he's still alive. And that's what we get for season 2. I'd love it if you would smash the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And I will be giving you a little sneak peek of what is to come in the next video. I'll see ya.